In today's video, I'm going to share the #1 style critique I receive from my viewers. Welcome back to the Daily Connoisseur. My name is Jennifer and I do the 10-item wardrobe here on YouTube. It's a capsule wardrobe system that I discovered while I was living in Paris, and it really helps everything in your life, from your style to your shopping habits to how you spend your time to helping you look presentable always. I write about the 10-item wardrobe and finding your true style in my Madame Chic books, but I also put myself out here on YouTube and on my blog, sharing my various outfits of the week and also other style-related videos. And by doing so, I do open myself up to critiques and opinions, and I know that that's part of the deal. Most people are very kind and gracious, and they get the bigger picture that I'm not on here saying you have to dress like me. Everybody on earth has to dress like me. That's not what I'm saying. We all have our own unique individual style, and it's important that we find that for ourselves, whatever that may be. I share my clothing on here to inspire you to look presentable always and to just move further into your own true style. If you followed me on the channel for any number of years, you know that my style keeps evolving, and it should as you get older, definitely. So for the most part, I receive almost all positive comments, which is really nice of everybody to be so supportive. There is one criticism that I do get regularly here on the channel, and it's the same criticism. And it's pretty much the only criticism I get. So I thought that I would talk about it today. Let's see what's going on behind this, because it's not just a random troll. Well, some of them are. It's not just a random troll who just wants to hurt my feelings. It's women who, have a definite opinion about what I'm about to talk to you about, and they do feel the need to tell me. And I have received only a handful of these comments, over the course of the years, which really is not that much. But it's interesting that that is the only critique that I receive. So what is this mysterious critique I receive? Are you ready to hear it? I get the comment a lot that I dress frumpy, that I dress in a frumpy manner. And I think that's definitely meant as an insult when people tell that to me, because who looks at frumpy as a good thing, right? So I got another one of those comments the other day, and I thought, I should probably just analyze this and figure out what's going on here. Why do a small handful of people feel the need to tell me that I dress frumpy, and what is behind that? So if you're not familiar with how I dress, I'll leave a B-roll here of some of my outfit of the week videos so you could just get an idea of the type of clothing that I like to wear. I would definitely consider myself a modest dresser. I like to cover up. This has evolved over the years for me. I was not always a modest dresser. In fact, when I was in my early 20s in college, I dressed like everybody else, which is kind of provocatively, right? And I never felt comfortable doing that. I've shared with you before, I used to be an actress, and on so many audition dress code lists, when they tell you what to wear, it was always body conscious clothing. So I would always have to be like, okay, what does that mean? So I would go out and I'd buy body conscious clothing so that I could go to these auditions that I used to go on. It just never felt right. It never felt like me. So when you are younger, this is very common. I'm sure most of you have had this experience. When you're younger, you just don't know what your true style is. And you do a lot of experimenting to try to figure it out. And along the way, you kind of go with the flow of what popular culture tells you, or what all your friends are doing, or the peer group that you're in. This is very evident with young people in college. You just kind of go with the herd about, what everybody else is doing. But I would dress like that, and, I'd wear things like tube tops, mini skirts, tight clothes, just body conscious clothing. I used to do that. And I just never felt right. It didn't feel right. And so one of the benefits of getting older is that you start to really analyze every aspect of your life, and definitely clothing plays into that. And I thought, what? I don't have to dress like that. I could dress how I want to. As my style has evolved over the years, I have become a pretty modest dresser. I know that that word has negative undertones, but there really is no other word to describe it. I like to cover up. I just feel more comfortable like that. I like longer length dresses. I do have a shorter dress this year, like the Draper James dress goes over the knee. But for the most part, I like longer dresses, and I like to cover myself up. I think that it's chic, I think it's classy, I think it's beautiful. and it's definitely counterculture. So I was thinking about these comments about why I get the frumpy comment a lot. I think we all look at the world through a particular lens, and the majority of people look at the world through the lens of popular culture. Now, I have nothing to do with popular culture. I'm pretty countercultural. If you follow this channel, you'll know that. I'm really not into celebrity culture or, you know, what's on television or anything like that. I pretty much reject a lot of popular culture because I have found it to be toxic and a complete time waster. So that's where I'm coming from. So I am not influenced by the latest, you know, reality star or pop star or musician or, you know, whatever. So I was thinking with these women who look at the world through the lens of popular culture, chances are you are used to the very overly sexualized dress sense that is prevalent today in popular culture. You'll see it from celebrities, you'll see it from musicians and, you know, all the popular people right now. And basically, if you're not shocking people with what you're wearing, you know, wearing things that are really tight or low cut or up high or just provocative, then, you know, there's something wrong with you. It's like, what's wrong with you? Either you're a non-entity or you're frumpy, right? I would just urge anybody who's watching this today who has a struggle between what's popular right now and what you truly feel is right for you to ignore the popular culture, right? If you're wearing really tight body conscious clothes, or you're in, you know, the tight yoga pants all day and the crop top, that doesn't feel right for you, you don't have to wear that. Even though most people are wearing that right now. You don't need to. And if somebody happens to criticize the way you look, don't let it wreck you. So I'm 39 years old and I'm very confident and I'm happy in my own style. I'm comfortable in my own skin. I haven't always been like that, but I am like that now. So these little comments that I get don't do anything to me, and I really don't care about them. I don't care about the opinions of these people who think that I should show more skin or wear tighter clothing. But I always worry about the younger women who are more impressionable. And if somebody said a comment like that to them, they might think, oh, you know, maybe I should just dress to please other people or please this overly provocative culture that we live in, right? And so my message today is really for them. Don't let people shame you into dressing in a certain way if that is not what you want to express with yourself. So if somebody says that you are frumpy or you dress in a dowdy manner, I would just not pay attention to that person at all. If you are even dressing in regular day clothes, you are doing better than 95% of the population right now. That's totally not an accurate statistic, but that's how I feel. Who don't even wear clothes on a regular basis. People who just wear sweatpants all day long. It's important that we don't get obsessed with self-optimization, where we're just constantly trying to please other people and look provocative and glamorous and sexy even, right? Because that's just not, it's just not healthy. So that is the #1 style critique that I get, that I dress in a frumpy manner. I disagree. I feel confident in the way that I dress. I love how I feel in my clothing. I feel that it's a very classy and timeless look that I try to pull off here on the channel. And I'm sticking with that. So I hope that this video gives you confidence. If you like to dress in a modest manner, if you like classic looks, if you don't want to expose all on a regular basis, keep on going no matter what anybody says to you. They critique you, they call you old-fashioned, frumpy, just ignore them. Seriously, just ignore them, because they're looking at the world through the lens of popular culture. That is not a healthy way to view the world. If you get a regular style critique, I would love to know what it is. Please leave it down in the comment section below. What do people critique you about with your own personal style? Thanks for joining me today on The Daily Connoisseur, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!